And here we are on this pre-Friday, aka Thursday, June 26th, 2025. What's going on? It's Peaches here. Peaches Pit Party kicking off, leading up to, of course, Hard Drive XL at 7, going till midnight, going into Friday, and then hopefully the weekend as fast as possible. Luckily, I am going to a concert tomorrow night, a country show. Yeehaw! Going to be going to Cody Jinks at the Mountain America Center, the Hippies and Cowboys tour. The last time I saw Cody was when Victor and I went to the Sandy Amphitheater in Sandy, Utah. And we saw him and Ward Davis there. And that was like the last time I think Victor ever drove back the night of a show. And we were just in the car, just exhausted. I think there was at one point we stopped at this Flying J truck stop to get some sort of food, and they were making like these French toast breakfast sandwiches. I think we got those, and then some lady with no shoes on ran into the store screaming, "There's a horse outside!" And we looked out there, and there was no horse at all. I don't know what happened there, but this lady must have been on something nice, you know? I just did. Hopefully it is on our YouTube channel. Victor and I have been battling YouTube, trying to upload these different reaction videos to different songs. Hollywood Undead just released their latest track, Savior, and put out the music video. And so I hadn't heard it till that reaction, and I got to say, pleasantly surprised. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of singing involved, you know, Johnny Three Tears. Rapped on some part of it, too. I'll be playing it, hopefully, this evening for It's So New at the top of the 5 p.m. hour there. But if you want to check out that reaction video, it's available on our YouTube channel at KBear101RMG. Now, I feel bad for one of our listeners. I'm sure he's tuning in right now because he told me he loves the show, but I was at Walmart last night hanging out. Maybe I should save this for the next break. I'll save this for the next break. All right. Peaches Pit Party will continue here in just a few on KBear 101. Now, for the most part, I try avoiding talking about my farts on the air, but flatulence is funny, right? If you're a dude, I can hear most women tuning into me right now going, "You're gross. Why would you want to talk about this?" My mom, you know, gets extremely upset with my dad when he just lets one rip right there in the house. She just goes, "Jeffrey!" With that tone of voice, too. I think I nailed the impression of my mom doing that. "Jeffrey!" But I was at Walmart last night. For some reason, I was freaking out that I needed to stock up my fridge with drinks for my friends, even though my friends are not coming out to the area until next Wednesday. Like, we have a little bit still left for me to, you know, I still have more time for me to get drinks later on, so my fridge is fully stocked. But anyway, I decided last night to spend like $50 on drinks for my fridge. And then I also got like one of those plastic bins from below my coffee table. And I was looking for the different plastic bins. And as I was making my way to that aisle, I was like, you know what? There's nobody behind me. There's nobody around. Let me just let one rip. And of course, right after I do, I just hear Peaches. And I look to my right, and it's a super nice listener. Shout out to him. I didn't get his name, but he was like, "Dude, I love the show, man." And he was headed towards that direction where I, did the thing. And I feel bad because maybe he walked right into it when, "Oh, Peaches." Oh, man. Yeah. D-bag of the day material right there. So I'm going to try my absolute best to work my way around this story. I just thought it was hilarious. This runner won the 400-meter hurdle race despite having his, let's say, downstairs area fall out of his shorts. Now, I think the issue is that these track uniforms, the shorts are always incredibly small. I am so glad I played basketball when there wasn't the 1980s tiny little shorts being as part of the uniform. You know, a track, I feel like if you were to run with the loose lawn shorts, it would kind of set you back a little bit. So maybe it's needed. But I guess the commentators were also scrambling to apologize because the guy couldn't fix it either. He's in the middle of a race. He's also hurdling over obstacles. He's probably quite embarrassed. You know, he felt it. He's like, "Why do I feel wind down there all of a sudden?" Oh, okay. Well, despite that making the unexpected appearance mid-race, forcing him to repeatedly fumble with his shorts. I guess he tried. I haven't seen the video because I didn't want to have it pulled up here, put it on, the full screen. Somebody walks by the studio. What on earth is Peaches watching over there? Tomorrow we are wrapping up our Metallica Load of Load giveaway. If you haven't heard about this just yet, if you're just now tuning in for the very first time in a long time, Metallica sent us a remastered edition of their album Load on vinyl, cassette, and CD. The CD has the remastered album, but also 2 discs of unreleased material. That's the grand prize that we are giving away. And if you want to win that, well, you can sign up through the apps, K-Bear, Alt, and Cannonball. And then also listen out for me to give out the cue to call for the digital download code, which, by the way, you can win that in addition to getting your entry into the drawing for the grand prize bundle. We're calling it the Metallica Load of Load giveaway. Make sure to sign up because tomorrow morning, right after Victor's morning show ends, we'll draw, see who will win the Metallica Load of Load. 3-time Olympic champion Faith Kipyegon of Kenya currently holds the women's world record for the mile run at 4 minutes, 7.64 seconds, and is arguably the greatest female middle distance runner in history. And today, in Paris, she hopes to become the first woman in history to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. The attempt is part of Nike's Breaking 4 campaign. Some scientists are skeptical that she'll be able to pull it off, even with all of her training and all the technological advancements she's employing. But Kipyegon has faith. You can't limit yourself, she said. You have to dream to go for that risk and just believe in yourself and everything else you do, in everything you do. Well, I can barely run a lap in 4 minutes and 7 seconds, so hopefully she does it, if she hasn't done it already. The Caitlin Clark impact on the WNBA isn't only felt in increased ticket sales and merch, it's also felt at the ballot box. Clark has the most All-Star votes, 516,000 after the first round of voting, but she's also driving people to vote for more players. In 2023, no player received more than 100,000 votes for the WNBA All-Star Game, and only 8 players received more than 50,000 votes. In the first round of voting so far this season, 39 players had more than 50,000, 19 had more than 100,000. Even after 8 years in the NFL, George Kittle is one of the best tight ends out there, and while he's still planning to play for a number of years, Kittle has his sights set on a post-football career that involves jumping into the wrestling ring. During a recent interview, Kittle said, "Literally, I'm going to play until I don't have fun anymore," adding, "I would love to do WWE. I think there's definitely opportunity within that world, and I would love nothing more than to be a part of it." I wonder what his wrestling name would be. Probably something dumb, just like his last name, just Kittle. That's about it. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Now, imagine this. You're enjoying your day at the beach. I know there's no beaches in Idaho, but let's say you go to California, Texas, any one of the coastal states, coastal cities, I should say, on vacation. You're enjoying yourself. Next thing you know, a beach umbrella is headed your way, and it just impales you. Yeah. This lifeguard at this beach in Ashbury Park, New Jersey, was impaled by a beach umbrella. Yeah, Wednesday morning, just all of a sudden, boom. Officials believe the lifeguard took a tumble. Oh, so it wasn't like it was windy and it just flew towards him and impaled him like a spear. No. Officials believe the lifeguard took a tumble off a lifeguard chair as she was trying to set the large chair umbrella into place. It was just, this is what she said. It was just a freak thing. Oh, this is another lifeguard that watched her. It was just a freak thing as she was putting it in. The gust caught it, pulled it up. So when she grabbed it, she was off balance. She was on the top step of the bench. So she fell backwards off the bench, and the umbrella came with her when she came down and landed on her arm. Now, the way that it was sort of like getting set up there, I thought she would have been impaled, like, those spikes in the ground, and they would put people on those, like back in the gladiator days, and it would look like a human kebab type thing. Still not a good thing. The umbrella went through the woman's armpit, came out her back. Ugh. Is she alive? Is she going to get through this? The victim is said to be stable. I bet After going through something like that, personally, if I were to ever go through anything like that, I would never, ever, ever use an umbrella on the beach, mess with an umbrella on the beach, not even in my drink. You know those stupid little umbrellas you get with fancy drinks? I would request not to have one of those either. For some reason, I don't remember this at all. Maybe it's because, well, I do pay attention to the news, but I pay attention to the weird, funny stories. And I don't remember this one at all. About the notorious, should I call it? It was the notorious poop cruise. Yeah. The one where the Carnival Triumph ship was just stuck in the middle of the ocean. It was stuck 4 days at sea without food, power, and sanitation. And I guess the toilets backed up, everything. It was one of the worst smelling things ever. The grossest thing that happened to a lot of people. Netflix now has a documentary about it. But of course, one of the passengers from that trip was just like, this is the scariest thing I've ever been through, and Netflix is profiting off of one of the most traumatizing things ever. If anything, if I were to go through something like that, which I will never go on a cruise, I don't think I would ever want to go on a cruise. I know one of my friends is obsessed with cruises, and I think has he been on one? I don't think so. I think he's always wanted to go on one, but from what I've talked about with people who have been on cruises is that they always end up sick after the trip. And I'm not a germaphobe in any way, shape, or form like Victor over there, but for me, a cruise just does not seem fun. You can get seasick. There's too many people. I don't know. Just one of those things. But yeah, I guess somebody has decided to complain about the new Netflix documentary. That might be one of the few documentaries that I actually want to watch. And everyone in the comment section is just saying, hey, the cook from the cruise is a legend in this documentary, which I guess I'll have to watch it to find out what they're talking about. The infamous Poop Cruise, the new Netflix documentary. All right, so let's talk about movies here. R/cinema. Somebody posted a meme of Peter Griffin looking all disappointed, and it says, me after watching the most gut-wrenchingly boring movie because everyone else keeps telling me it's cinema. And most recently in my little Discord group, we were talking about movies, and for some reason, that period of time where there was the Oppenheimer movie and then there was the Barbie movie out in theaters and it was like Barbenheimer, it was called that. Well, I saw the Barbie movie instead because for me, historical movies that are long and drawn out, I would rather watch the grass grow. I do not care whatsoever about historical movies, period pieces, fantasy, anything like that. I don't care for. And Oppenheimer, how long is that movie? Let me look it up here. It's 3 hours long. And one of my friends named Hunter was just like, oh, shut up. You got to watch that movie. It's great. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. I saw the trailer and you had to see it. You had to see it when it was available on IMAX in the movie theater in order for it to be a true experience, as any film expert, quote unquote, would want you to see it. Now, I see an answer here on this thread that sort of gives me PTSD. The Tree of Life. That movie sucked. That movie was one of the worst movies I have ever seen. It starred Brad Pitt and who else? Brad Pitt was, he was like this abusive dad in the movie. Am I thinking of Tree of Life? Is that the right one? Because is there a different movie called The Tree of Life? No, it's the same one. It has Sean Penn in it, Jessica Chastain, Brad Pitt, of course. And you got to be under a certain substance in order to enjoy that movie. That movie sucked. I hate these types of movies where it's like, oh, these are pure cinema. You should like it. It's like the progressive metal fans, the progressive metal nerds of watching movies. Maybe I should note about all these movies people put on here just so I know which films to avoid. Someone put The Joker movie. I liked that movie. I thought it was really dark, but it was good. Okay, the other movie that comes to my mind that was kind of boring and had like a weird ending, The Whale with Brendan Fraser. That movie, not necessarily the best, okay? It's set in his apartment, that's it. You just watch Brendan Fraser have on a CGI fat suit and, I guess he gets bossed around. I sort of forgot most about that movie because it was just so boring to me. But it's funny. If you look up where it takes place, it says somewhere in Idaho, I think, because we tried finding where exactly. I know they mentioned Idaho in the movie. And then we tried finding out where exactly it was supposed to take place. But I guess it was a fictional city in Idaho. Yeah. Well, maybe I should ask this for a future to Peach Their Own question. This just reminded me of some of my least favorite movies, like Tree of Life, 2001: A Space Odyssey. The Whale was okay. And then also Hereditary, which to me, that was kind of not necessarily my style. Seems like one of those, it's like just weird for the sake of being weird. Like there was that whole thing about how the kid in that movie specifically broke his nose on purpose for that scene. Yeah. No thanks. I'm okay. I watched it once. I won't watch it again. It was on the show not that long ago. I talked about overrated tourist destinations. And these tourist destinations, for the most part, sucked. Like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Statue of Liberty, kind of a letdown. But the one place I went to on a family vacation that was downright awesome at the time, Alcatraz. My family and I went to San Francisco like years ago. And we had a great time. It was fun. Went to Ghirardelli Square, ate some of the dessert there. Went to Alcatraz, which apparently is very hard to get into. But for some reason, this popped up from bonappetit.com. It was on r/offbeat on Reddit. This old article from 2016 talking about how Alcatraz was actually an excellent place to eat if you were a prisoner there. And they have pictures of the menus from way back when: fried pork chops, banana pudding, chili dogs. But being locked up on that island as a prisoner would have absolutely sucked. We went to what was the Yard, where, prisoners could go outside and get some fresh air. And yeah, it was very windy, very cold, and we went in the summertime. I could not imagine what it was like during the winter for those prisoners. Al Capone, I believe, died there. His ghost supposedly haunts Alcatraz, which it would be really cool to go back and do some sort of ghost tour. I've always wanted to do one of those ghost tours. I know there's a few ghost walks here in East Idaho that I've been wanting to do. Every single October, I see they sell out. And I think there was like some local paranormal group that just followed me on Facebook. If they're hearing this right now, please DM me. Would love to go on some sort of like haunted walk, maybe. Try to see if there actually is ghosts. I've been to those haunted places before, like the Queen Mary in Long Beach. I've been to the Whaley House in San Diego. Haven't seen anything. Like usually if you take a picture, you get some orb of light and everyone goes, oh, that's the spirit of Annalise or whoever it was that died in this house 100 or so years ago. You never actually see the apparition itself. You only ever hear weird crap. You see an orb of light. No, I want to see a full-fledged person just pop up and walk into the wall and disappear. Something like that. Maybe there's a lot of fat ghosts because apparently they ate so well at Alcatraz. Maybe there'll be some like guy fatter than me that just pops up and, tries to walk into a wall, disappears, walks very slowly, full of fried pork chops and banana pudding. That sounds good right now. I'm going to stop talking about food. Yesterday, I briefly mentioned what Tyler the Creator said recently. And that was, not everybody needs to have a podcast, which is 100% correct. I think people in broadcasting should have them. People who are, legends in their field should have them if they want to. But to have just some generic nobody with a microphone, I don't know. I kind of agree and disagree because who knows? Maybe like that person ends up being a great podcaster. Like I was just recently on Fueled by Weird, which is a podcast local to the area, hosted by Chris Daly. Shout out to him. I was a guest on there. Same was Victor. Victor was a guest before me, and that's how I found out about the podcast. And Chris is a super nice dude, listener to K-Bear of many years. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, who else? I mean, who doesn't have a podcast that should? And what's funny is I was thinking about that, and then I scrolled on Facebook and saw Steve from Blue's Clues is now going to be hosting his own podcast specifically for adults because, you know, kids who grew up watching Blue's Clues are my age or older, maybe younger. I was obsessed with Blue's Clues as a kid. It was Blue's Clues and Barney when I was very, very young. My mom still has that giant framed picture of me in my Blue's Clues overalls back at my parents' house, right above her lasering machine, because, you know, my parents own a trophy store. So it's, giant. It's right there. Me just smiling into the camera. And Blue is right next to me. And I think I remember being so starstruck. Like, what? The Blue from Blue's Clues is in the photo with me? Salt, pepper, paprika. I was about to say the map, but that was Dora the Explorer. But apparently Steve from Blue's Clues now hosting a podcast, which is something I'll listen to. Something I'll for sure have to check out for myself. Josh from Class of 97 had the awesome idea of trying to reach out to Steve and see if he's down to do an interview or an interview of sorts. And maybe I should message him on the K-Bear Facebook page saying, hey, heard you're starting a podcast. Can I potentially talk about it with you? And I'm sure I'll be like every other fan of Blue's Clues. Like, hey, I grew up watching you, making him feel old. Yeah, he's 51 now. 51 and bald. And I used to be a kid with hair, and now I'm 28 and bald. Well, police in Duncanville, Alabama have jumped into their mystery machine and are patrolling the neighborhood looking for Scooby-Doo. Investigators have a real caper on their hands. A man in a Scooby-Doo costume recently broke into a convenience store and stole cash and coins, but surprisingly left all the Scooby snacks behind. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying the meddling man, and I see the pictures here. It's literally just a Scooby-Doo onesie, and then the guy is wearing a ski mask to protect his identity. I really want to know, did he talk like Scooby when robbing the place? Did he even talk at all? I mean, as a radio DJ with a very distinctive voice, I feel like I'd be caught red-handed if I were to be, were to try to rob anywhere. Alabama police have asked the public for help to unmask this villain. So many Scooby-Doo jokes we could make with this whole story. Man, people are really against this whole Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez wedding happening in Venice. I was just looking at this video here of these different life-sized mannequins of Jeff Bezos have popped up throughout Venice. One person sent a weird-looking statue of sorts, not even a mannequin, just a weird-looking Jeff Bezos I should say mannequin. Jeff Bezos mannequin on top of what looks to be a cardboard box holding money, and they've had him float down the water. And then there's another one with just a golden Jeff Bezos head, and his body is covered in money, which, I don't know. I feel like this is a weird protest in a way, because why are you making art out of somebody who you don't want there, And they're propping these, look, there's a fake Jeff Bezos dummy in a boat wearing a tuxedo with Lauren Sanchez in a wedding dress. And literally is it the gondola person with the oar having the boat go down the water? He's holding an Amazon box. Again, there's one. There you go. Now I just cut to Victor. Come on in. Look at this. Look at this Jeff Bezos mannequin. I'm watching this video here. People are protesting the Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez wedding happening in Venice.
Oh yeah, I saw some stuff about that.
Look what they're doing. So there's the one that they're making float away in the water, and he's holding dollar bills. This one looks pretty cool.
Those are funny looking.
If you were to get married somewhere and you pulled up and you saw a golden head mannequin of you with dollar bills all over your body, wouldn't you be like, okay, cool. These people love me.
I would laugh.
Yeah, right.
I would assume, they got to make him look more ridiculous. It needs to be more of a caricature, if you're going to mock somebody like in a public protest, you have to make it really over the top and look really stupid.
Yeah, these ones are just, they look like him.
They're like the one swimming away. I mean, the way it looked did kind of make me laugh, but
this one has, you literally have the gondola sailor. Like, look at this one. Like, it's Lauren and him, and he's carrying an Amazon box. They're floating around the boat.
Okay, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, but I think they should have made their heads bigger.
This one's fantastic, of him sitting with his pants off in the middle of the...
Just taking a
number two?
A number two there.
Yeah. Are there any other funny ones? I mean, this one doesn't really look like him.
Yeah, that kind of looks more like Joe Biden.
It does. Oh, they go back to the one floating
now
in the
making me laugh even more. Where's he going? Where's Biden going?
Just watching
it. He's swimming away.
He's swimming away. How dumb. But yeah, I guess Italians are very mad about Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez getting married in Venice because like 5 hotels are booked up. There's like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was talking about it yesterday on the show. Could you imagine being a guy who went to like high school with Jeff, and then like you get invited to the wedding, and then you just all of a sudden are sitting next to Leonardo DiCaprio and Kim Kardashian and all these high rollers?
That would be pretty weird. Yeah, I don't know any high rollers. So.
Well, you are one. What are you talking about?
Me. Yeah, king in the castle.
That's right. I
King
heard
in the castle.
If you were going to get married again, I heard you were going to rent out the entire like country, one of the countries in Africa.
Just, I figure private island.
Private island?
And not even rent it. I'll just buy it.
You just buy it.
With all of my money. With all my big dollars.
Who would you invite? Maynard and you have the guys in Mastodon sit next to each other so you can see the former guitarist, yell at the rest of the band.
Yes, and you heard I have 2 good new buddies. Henry and Ed from last podcast on the left. They said I was their buddy.
Sure.
So I'd invite those guys. Everybody.
Yeah, by the way, whatever you sent Maddie corrupted her computer.
What?
Something like that. I guess like that file's corrupted that you sent her.
Oh, but it didn't.
And then like the whole computer's been frozen this whole day. So.
Oh, no. She didn't tell me that part.
She's been texting me like, Victor killed my computer.
What? She didn't tell me that. Why didn't she tell me that? Like...
I said you sent her a virus and said, take that, loser.
Hey, Maddie, will you help me? And then I just infect her computer with a virus.
See, that's how you get it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
that's what I get. I needed help. I was struggling.
Now she's going to make a statue of you, just like these we're looking at here, and put it into the Snake River.
I feel bad. I wonder if their producer, because it was a last podcast video file, and it's like super high quality. I'm wondering if we just need... Because I would imagine they have a better computer system than us here.
Maddie's computer has been awful this whole time.
Okay, maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I need to ask. I wonder if I can downgrade the file in here because we have a really good computer in this studio.
It's better than hers. I don't know why they gave the video editor one of the worst computers in the building.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Anything that she tries to edit will cause her computer to freeze.
What happened to the really good computer we ordered? I thought Jade ordered one.
I'm sure it's in his office.
Okay, I'm going to have to talk to Jade about this tomorrow.
Yeah, you're the guy with the voice around here. I feel like I can't reason with them. Maddie certainly can't.
Oh, yeah, I've been raising my voice about a few things. I'm throwing some ideas in his head all the time.
Oh, good.
So we'll see if any of them go through. They're good ideas. I don't want to say, because, it's kind of like when we hear about a show, and, they're like, this show might happen, and you know how many of them fall through. So I don't want to tell, anybody on staff the ideas I've been pushing because you know how management is. Usually they don't implement any of them.
No, they'll give us like some sort of pizza party and that's about it.
Yeah, so I'm trying for you guys. I'm trying.
Maybe if we make a mannequin of Jade Davis and had him float down the Snake River.
Halloween's coming up, so you just go find a skeleton. A skeleton with
a pirate
pinata.
Beard.
Skeleton pinata. And we take out our anchor on him.
This is a warning sign, Jay. Starts swinging at it. Candy comes out.
Just a skeleton, and you put a big beard on it.
Okay.
Everyone will know what it is.
I should have talked about this earlier on in the show. Victor tagged me in this post from the Idaho Falls Animal Shelter that there is a cat up for adoption, and her name is Peaches. Yeah. She's 2 months old. 2 months, 23 days. She has, she has extra toes. She has polydactyl paws, which only add to her charm and character. I shared the post on the main K-Bear page. She's getting some more attention. Hopefully she gets adopted soon. Now, if the Idaho Falls Animal Shelter wants to reach out and have me help the campaign to get Peaches adopted, reach out, or I can reach out to them. that type of thing. I could have sworn previously there was another cat named Peaches, which is a very common pet name. That was at the Snake River Animal Shelter. So, yeah, if you ever have a cat, if the shelters have any pets that potentially want to get, or that potentially need to get adopted, and their name is Peaches or Victor, please bring them to the studio, or let us arrange to see if we can have them come to the studio. That'd be fantastic. Peaches the kitten, up for grabs. Victor told me to adopt her. I myself, my nose would go crazy. My nose has already been bad enough. For some reason, this time of the year, it gets really, really bad. I've been sneezing like crazy. Allergies suck in the summertime, which is, again, one of the many reasons why I prefer fall and winter so much more. But anyway, if you want a kitty cat, go adopt Peaches. And it's time for To Peach Their Own. Today's question, just saw it, and I was like, cool, that's a good one. I get annoyed big time by certain words and phrases. Like recently, for some reason, there was one where somebody said, come up with some scratch. Instead of saying just, raise some money, come up with some scratch. I went, ugh, that one's gross. Somebody commented on this question, by the way, on the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group saying, hey, To Peach Their Own annoys me. And it's always that one person that doesn't have a profile picture of themselves. It's always, something else like their motorcycle or some like dumb meme that's not funny. Like one of those boomer memes, What else is there on this one? Slay from Eva or Eva, EVA. I'm sorry, Eva, if I said your name incorrectly the first time. Angie, someone shares a horrific loss or incident and someone responds with, just get over it, or positive vibes only. Oh, yeah, gross. Somebody said my bad, which is something I say a lot if I make a mistake. Maddie hopped in. Maddie from across the hall, our marketing assistant. I can't hop on Rivals tonight because me and her play Marvel Rivals all the time, which I know we talked with the dudes in Sleep Theory about playing Marvel Rivals with them. So, yeah, got to do that. To Peach Their Own, what's a word or phrase that instantly annoys you when someone says it? Let me know. 208-535-1015. If you're just now tuning in, today's To Peach Their Own question. What's a word or phrase that instantly annoys you when someone says it? I mean, I do see quite a lot of answers here in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. Somebody put good for you, referring to what I like to play on the air all the time.
Oh, good for you.
Sorry about that, BJ. For some reason, my dad put hello. Somebody put Yas, Y-A-S-S, crash out. It is what it is from Mike. Moist, that word moist. I do hate that phrase. It is what it is. It's dumb. What's a word or phrase that instantly annoys you when someone says it? Call in for To Peach Their Own, 208-535-1015. All right, I guess since nobody wants to call in for To Peach Their Own, I'll just move on to something else. That band right there, Volbeat, going to be hitting up the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater Saturday, July 19th. And we might be doing a ticket giveaway for that show. And it might be announced at some point very, very soon. That's right. Well, I'm excited for all the concerts coming our way this summer. I did see that we have a little bit of a gap from now till after the 4th of July when Primus will go to Salt Lake City. And then there will be the Summer of Loud show at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater as well. I saw somebody posted on Reddit talking about how like they've supposedly heard from a friend of a friend of a friend that the Summer of Loud tour has been abysmal, or it's been rather much more a letdown than what it should have been. But I don't know. I mean, you got so many bands in one day performing at one venue. I know if I'm able to go that I'll be walking around during some of those bands because I'm not going to be sitting there the entire time and watching 8 different bands perform. I'll watch most of them, but some of them I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to get up and go get some food or something. I think that show starts at like 3:30 in the afternoon, goes all the way till 11. I'm sure tons of the K-Bear Rock Army will be at that show. Very excited for that one. That and many others like it are on our concert calendar right now. Find it at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. It was like a week or so ago that there was that driver of the dump truck that went down Woodruff. You completely almost knocked down the signal, the lights at the top, because he was driving with the load lifted up, which I don't think you're supposed to do. I wouldn't know. I'm not necessarily a dump truck driver. But I just went onto Facebook. ABC News posted this video, this dash cam video that shows the moment this electrical worker was hit by an 18-wheeler turning left at an intersection in Louisiana. Now, the video, the guy didn't get hit directly by the truck. No, he's in one of those cherry picker things right behind the signal, and the 18-wheeler just, boom, hits the little basket he's in. He's hanging, his arms flailing in the air, yelling, help, help. And then he's hanging by these cables, just waiting there, looking like a human piñata. And a cop had to show up and dictate traffic and all of that stuff. Luckily, he's okay. He only suffered minor injuries, but you can find that video. I just posted it. I shouldn't be laughing, but the video is too funny. And luckily, he is okay. Otherwise, I would not be laughing. But it's on our Facebook page at KBear 101 FM if you want to see it. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.